Hey everyone, this is Donter. If you don't know me, I'm a Pokemon card YouTuber. I review the artists of the Pokemon TCG, and in today's video I'm going to be reviewing the different artworks of Genetic Apex, the first set in Pokemon Pocket, which is a mobile exclusive Pokemon card game. Yeah, so Pokemon Pocket has a lot of exclusive artwork, so we're going to be looking at all those 1-star cards as well as the 2-star rainbow cards, and then also the immersives as well. So yeah, this is just pretty much going to be like a little tier list about all those unique artworks and kind of giving a little bit of information about the artists who actually drew them, and hopefully you guys enjoy. Firstly, we have the Gloom. This is illustrated by Okacheke. Something that I really enjoy about this illustration is the very characteristic Pokemon in it. You have Gloom chilling, kind of emitting this toxic gas out of it. And you have Pidgey, obviously looking a little bit disgusted, as well as Rattata and Psyduck in the back there. I think that the card is pretty cute. I like that the sunlight is kind of shining down onto the Pokemon, and I like its cute expression. It's interesting, and I think I like it. I'm gonna put it in B, like a high B, low A for now. I have the Pinsir by Scav. I like this card. I like how it shows two Pokemon kind of dueling. It really gives Pinsir a good personality in the card, and Scav's art style is just really nice. I think that the kind of angle of the card as well is pretty eye-catching, and I think it's a good rendition of this Pokemon. But I'm gonna put it in B tier. I think that that's fair. And I'm gonna move this one up for now. Let's see here. Next, we've got the Charmander. This is illustrated by Ghidorah. It's a very beautiful card. I was happy to pull it when I did, and as I was to pull pretty much any of the 1-star cards, as they're just really good looking cards. I really like the kind of deep moon, the deep night sky. I like how light and dark blue it is, like a combination. And then you have the actual Pokemon on the card itself. It looks really good, and I like the clearing in the grass as well. I'm gonna put it in A tier above the Gloom. Next, we've got the Rapidash. This is by Taira Ikitsu. I think that the kind of pedal effect all around the Pokemon is really cool. And I think that the kind of fire effects as well, flowing off the Pokemon, are nice as well. It's not personally my favorite 1-star from Genetic Apex, but I think it looks nice. It's not a bad card by any means. I'm gonna put it in C tier though, just because it's not one of my absolute favorites from the set. Next, we have the Squirtle. This is also by Taira Ikitsu. I do like this card a little bit more than the Rapidash though, because it's kind of showcasing a little bit more of the environment around the Pokemon, so I think it's a little bit nicer. I like the plants in the background. I like how you have some shades of purple, pink, and green. I think that that's a nice touch. And then I think that the Pokemon itself just looks really cute. So I'm going to put this one in B tier. I like it a little bit more than the Pinsir. We have the Gyarados next by Nurikabe. This card is awesome. Nurikabe is an artist who I've been meaning to review for a little bit now, but I think that their cards are always pretty stunning, very nice and super detailed. I like how Gyarados is charging up this really stunning Hyper Beam. Something cool about this is just the kind of line that crosses across the whole attack. And the waves look really great. You have the SSN in the background, which is really cool detail, and then the lightning obviously is really cool. I like how the Hyper Beam's kind of energy really shows off on Gyarados' face. It kind of lightens it up. And then obviously the Magikarps as well are a really nice touch. I like this card a lot. I'm gonna put it in A tier, and I think that's fair. Next, we have the Lapras by Haru Akasaka. I really like this artist a lot. The main reason is just for that really interesting looking style. I think the way that they do their colors is just so cool. It makes all of their cards look super unique, and this Lapras is no different. I like how it's drawn. I like how I like what pose it's in, and I like the surfing Pikachu in the background. I especially really like the kind of bubbly white effects from the waves. It's a nice kind of effect. And I think it just looks really nice. I don't know, it's kind of hard not to just say that it just looks really nice, but it does. I will put it in B tier. That's cool. Next, we have the Electrode by Dom. This card is great. I really like this one. Personally, one of my favorites in the set. And I like the fact that Zapdos is in it, but it's pretty much everything you could want from an Electrode card, because you have different expressions for the Pokemon. They're all very characteristic. The electricity effects are stunning as well. And then you have the kind of barrels and boxes and everything that are being flung around. And then you have Zapdos in the background as well, which is perfect. It's a really perfect encapsulation of the Pokemon, and I think it's an S tier card, honestly. I really like it a lot. Next, we have the Alakazam by Akira Egawa. This card, again, is just incredible. I really love how pink and like purple this card is, weirdly enough. It's like pink, purple, and blue. Those are really cool colors, especially for a psychic type Pokemon like Alakazam. But you also have these very striking reds as well, which are kind of signature to a Kiragawa style. You know, it flinging rocks with its psychic abilities is really cool. Its expression is really awesome. It just looks like a really like awesome, interesting illustration. Probably one of my favorite cards that doesn't exist, unfortunately. Next we have the Slowpoke by Miki Tanaka. This is an extended illustration from their original Slowpoke. Pop that up on the side there. And I've actually done a video reviewing the artworks of Miki Tanaka, and I think that their artwork is really cool. Yeah, I think this card is cute. I think it's cool that they did like an extended illustration, and I like it. It's not one of my favorites, unfortunately, in the set. I would say it's maybe like just below the Rapidash. But next we have the Diglett. I do like this card a little bit more. It's by the artist Shinya Komatsu. I think it's got a nice amount of detail in it. I like how the Diglett have like tunnels all around the underground here. Then you have like some pipelines and stuff, and then you have the route with Diglett Tunnel or Diglett Cave or whatever. It's cool. It's really cool. I like the perspective. I like the colors. I like the artwork itself. And I'm gonna put it in A tier. Actually, I'll put it in B tier. Next, we've got the Cubone by T0. This card is really, really stunning as well. A lot of personality. Something great about the 1-stars in Pokemon Pocket is that they always just have so much personality. They're so gorgeous, so nice looking. Sky stars look great. The Pokemon's expression look really, really cool. And then you have the one sleeping in the front, you have the one crying on top of the log, and then you have the one comforting the other one. It's really cool. It's really, really cool. And it's just a gorgeous looking illustration. I'm putting it at the top of A tier. Next we have the Nidoqueen by Aoki. This card is cool. I like how it shows like the whole evolution line kind of sleeping. You have female Nidorina, or female Nidoran, and then you have Nidorino, and then you have a Nidoqueen. It's nice, it's cute, it's like very homey, very cozy. I would say it's probably one of my like one of the lower ones for me, but it's still a really nice looking card. Next we have the Nidoking. This is by Nagimiso. Something that I really like about the card is those reflections that reflect the sky. I think that's really, really cool. And I like how small Nidoking is on the card. The rocks are nice as well, and the broken tree is cool. You see this Pokemon is like enjoying whatever it's doing, probably destroying and like, you know, obliterating stuff around it. It kind of tells a story without needing to, it's, you know, show don't tell, right? Like it's like doing it. It's already done it, you know? It's already done all this crazy stuff. We just have to assume what it's done, you know? It's cool. I like it. I mean, what else can I say? I like all these cards a lot. I think it's got a little bit more personality than the Squirtle in the Pinsir, but I still like it. So I'm gonna put it in B tier. The Golbat by Tomokazu Komiya. This card is interesting, right? It's really, really abstract, right? Obviously, it's a Tomokazu card. I've done a video on Tomokazu as well. They're an artist who's really, really cool. The caves are really nicely detailed with like that pink, yellow, and green. It's a really interesting kind of paint splatter effect. You have some Golbat up top, and you have the one in the foreground. It's cool. I mean, it's very visually appealing, very visually striking. I'm gonna put it at the top of C tier though. I prefer some of these other cards. Next, we have the Weezing by Keiichiro Ito. This card is cool as well. I really like the kind of industrial city that it's in. I think that that's a perfect environment for this Pokemon. I think that the kind of effects, like as it breathes in, like the gas and the smoke is really cool. I like the, you know, staircase that is below it as it's kind of coiling up, and it's nice. It's cool. Weezing as a Pokemon is an interesting Pokemon, and I'm happy that it got like some kind of appreciation in the set. I'll put it right here. That's fine. Next is the Dragonite by Jemmy. This card is cool for many reasons. I think that the background is absolutely stunning. I like the kind of like rising sun, like the sunrise, and then the water effects are also super, super cool. You have a Dragonite kind of tugging a boat along, which is really cool. And you have the Dragonite in the foreground. It's nice. It's really nice. It's not one of my personal favorites from the set. I think they're just some that I vastly prefer. But that doesn't mean that I don't like this card at all. I think that I will put it at the top of C tier though. Next, we've got the Pidgeot by Anisaki Dynamic. This one is really, really cool. I always love this card. I think that like as soon as they revealed it, I loved it, and I still do. Obviously, I still enjoy it just as much as I did before. The Magikarp, the like lifeless Magikarp being picked up by the Pidgeot is really cool. I think Pidgeot looks super dope in this illustration as well. Just really interesting, menacing, cool, all the above. And the water effects are obviously really, really cool as well. And not much else to say about it other than I really like it and I enjoyed it a lot. Next, we've got the Meowth by Mina Nakai. This card is really cool. This was one of the first ones revealed for Pokemon Pocket, I believe. The sun being, or the moon having like this like vortexy effect in the background being like pitch black is a really, really cool effect. I like the fact that there's a Meowth kind of sitting on the lamppost, but you also have one who's like dropping coins as well. That's really cool. I think this card is honestly really stunning. It's one of my favorites in the set, probably like top 5. So I'm gonna put it in A tier. Ditto. This is by Jerky. Something cool about this card is that there's a bunch of hidden Dittos. So you have a Ditto on the leaves, you have a Ditto as a Caterpie, you have a Ditto as the tree, you have a Ditto as a leaf, and then also this leaf, and also this Ditto as well. There's a bunch of different Dittos, and I think that that's like the perfect way to show off this Pokemon's personality. So I like it. I like it quite a bit, actually. I'll put it like right here, in the middle of B tier. Next we have the Eevee by Soso. So something cool about this card is obviously Eevee Pokemon evolves into Jolteon, Vaporeon, and Flareon, yeah, in Gen 1. So you have the 3 different evolution stones for the Pokemon there, but you also have some felted like items. I think Soso does a really good job when it includes like felted things, because their art style just kind of goes well with that. And you know, you have that kind of like dog-like tendency to reach up on a table and like grab something. The Ditto little etched thing on the floor is really cool. And I think Eevee is a great Pokemon overall. Obviously, I mean, it's Eevee. Nobody hates Eevees, right? I think it's cool. I like it actually a lot. So, top of B tier, maybe. Next, we have the Porygon by Akira Komiyama. This is the first 1-star card that I pulled in Pokemon Pocket, and I was super happy to pull it. I really like it a lot. I think Porygon looks super cool in the card. I love that there's like a little Porygon Z thing right here. This is way before Porygon Z was introduced in Pokemon Pocket, but I think it's still a really cool looking card. You have like the glasses of drinks, and then you have like the cupcakes and stuff like that. The spotlight's kind of showing off this incredible Pokemon. He looks very majestic and very cool. A tier. Really, really cool. Next we have the Snorlax as well, by Hayao Nosuke. This card is really cool as well. I like how Bellsprout, Oddish, and Venonat are all trapped on different sides of the Snorlax. I think that's a really, really cool effect. You have the Snorlax who's just like super fat, and he's just laying on the ground here. It's so cool. It's really cool, actually. I enjoy it. I enjoy all the cards in this set. I really do. I'm gonna put it in B tier. And next we have the Rainbow card. So we have the Rainbow Moltres. This is by Hungry Clicker, HNCL. Their artwork is fantastic. This card is no different. I love the purple background, sky, starry background. You have the Machop and Machoke kind of like walking around, looking behind them, seeing this like legendary Pokemon kind of flying up above in the distance. It's really cool. It's really, really cool, actually. I like it. Again, something that I really like about Genetic Apex and just like Pokemon Pocket in general, they make the Pokemon have so much personality. Same thing with the Articuno. This is by Kodama, a completely different artist, but kind of has that similar feeling of like Pokemon like admiring another one, as you have Seadra kind of like looking up into the sky and seeing this legendary Pokemon flying up above, and you have the like clearing in the clouds and everything. Really, really cool. I will put it pretty high up as well. I think I like this one a little bit more than the Moltres, actually. So I'm going to put it in A tier. Next we have the Zapdos by Gosan. This card is cool as well. Once again, you have Pokemon admiring this legendary Pokemon. You have Spearow and you have Ekans in the foreground, and you have Zapdos in the power plant in the background. I like the blue lightning striking all over the place. It's very chaotic, very thunderous, obviously. And it's nice. It's not my favorite out of the 3. I'd say it's my least favorite out of the 3, actually. And I like it a little bit less than the Pidgeot in that one. But I'll put it right here. It's cool. Next, we have the Gengar by NC Empire. This is my favorite card in the set, I think. This is probably one of, if not my favorite cards in the set. That style with the purple and the bright red is just so striking. Wonderful. And then you have like the person in the back there with the flashlight kind of shining. I love the shine effect. And you have this Pokemon in like the haunted house. It's going in S tier for me. And next, we have another card by Akira Gawa. This is going to be the Machamp. This card is just as good as the Alakazam is, but with the added effect of like that dynamic angle. You have the Pokemon punching up into the sky. You also have it grabbing onto a rock and flinging it, and you have it crushing a bunch of stuff, and its hands are all in different poses, and you have the Pokemon looking up. As it steps, it cracks the ground below it. You know, you have that pink, blue, you know, red that we saw in the Alakazam, and it's perfect. What can I say? I think both these cards are exceptional illustrations. And next we have the Wigglytuff EX by Shibuzo. This card is really cute as well. I actually like this one a lot, and I'm not a huge fan of Wigglytuff or anything, but I think this card does a great job of illustrating this Pokemon. And I like all the different colors and stars and all the different effects and everything about it. I like it. I like it a little bit more than the Zapdos, actually. And I'm going to put it right here, at A tier. And then we have the Immersive card. So we have the Charizard. I'm not going to play the videos for them. I'm just going to take them as they are. So that might kind of affect my opinion on them. But I always love the Charizard Immersive. I think it was probably my favorite of the three, just because of how much stuff is going on. But even in this smaller little window, I think it's still a gorgeous illustration. I love the pose. I love, like, all the effects of the fire. And, you know, the effects of the water as well. Obviously, in the full illustration, you have a bunch of Pokemon flying and doing other stuff around it. But just like this, just the shot, I mean, just as this is enough for me to like really appreciate the illustration of the Pokemon. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. I love it. It's my second favorite card. Actually, well, I don't want to adjust the rankings too much. I'm putting this card right here. I think that's fine for me. Next is the Pikachu. This was the first Immersive that we got revealed for the set, and it's cool. I like the effects. Just taking this as an illustration, once again, it's just a beautiful illustration. You have Butterfree in the background and Pikachu in the foreground, stepping on some kind of log. And it's another beautiful illustration. I think it's well deserving of the S tier as well. I would say I like it a little bit less than the Charizard. But then we have the Mewtwo. Out of the three, I would say just as a base illustration, this is probably my least favorite. Not that that's a bad thing or anything. I think that the immersiveness of it definitely makes up for that, and it's definitely not a bad card by any means. I would just say out of the three for me, it's just the least impressive. But it's still really cool. It's still really cool, don't get me wrong. But, you know, just not my favorite. And then the Mew. This one is cool as well. I feel a similar way to the Mewtwo. But I think that Melicart's style is just really, really cool. And I think that it just works really well for this Mew. The cute Mew is great. It's a great effect. I like the theme. I like the kind of full circle effect that you get in the Immersive card. And I like it. What can I say? I like it. I like everything in the set. This set is great. And I don't think there's a single D tier card. But since I have the D tier, I will put the lowest card, my least favorite 1-star, in the D tier, which is this one. But I think that Tairikitsu is a great artist because I put the squirrel up here. And honestly, I think this tier list is perfectly fine. I mean, I feel like, you know, all art is subjective, right? People are going to hate art. People are going to love art. You know, some people like arts more than others. Me personally, I'm way more biased towards like the crazy colors and art styles of Akira Gawa and NC Empire. But every card in the set is amazing. Honestly, like when I was ranking them, I didn't see a single card that I was like, ugh, I don't like that card at all, you know? Every single one really has a special vibe to it. And all of them are special. So, yeah, I don't know. Genetic Apex is a great set, has a bunch of great cards. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. And yeah, I hope you have a great day. If you want to see more of me, check out the Pokemon Artist Review series. I really recommend it. But yeah, hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.